So I've just picked up the Apple Watch Series 7 and I thought, well, let's do an unboxing and first impressions video because, well, why not? Hello everyone, this is Mike from Tech Car Moon, and if you enjoy Apple tech and Apple related tech, then make sure to hit that subscribe button and notification bell so you get notified. So I picked up the Apple Watch Series 7 and as you can see this is the Nike edition. Now I didn't really get the Nike edition for any particular reason except for that I could get this as soon as possible. But as you can see it's the Series 7 in midnight aluminium with the black Nike sport band. So let's open it up and see what we get. Oh, they always have such a nice unboxing experience. So as you can see, we've got the watch itself. So I'll pop that just over here. And then we have the Nike band. So yeah, let's open up the band first. Nice. So that's the watch band. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take out the medium to large. So when you go for the Apple Watch with the bands, just to let you know, you do get the medium to large and the small to medium. So this will fit pretty much anyone out there. Now the thing that I'm concerned about with this is, as you can see, I've got the space grey Apple Watch, and with the space grey Apple Watch, well, it's grey, whereas now they don't have a space grey model, which is really, really disappointing. So let me unbox that one. So here we've got the instruction manual and probably some warranty stuff. And then we have the new charger. So at first glance, it looks very similar. Let's open this up. But as you can see, it's got the new USB-C connector. This is meant to deliver 33% faster charging. And yeah, it looks nice. I mean, it's an Apple Watch charger. What do you want me to say about it? But the main thing that I want to check out is this midnight. So it comes in this black case, as you can see. So I'm guessing they just think it replaces the black model. Will I be happy with that color? It's not too bad. Okay, so that's the pairing process. So let's look around here. As you can see, we've got the Nike edition Series 7. We've got a few sensors just over here. Looks very similar to the older one. If we turn it to the side, I didn't go for the cellular one because even though my current one, I don't know if you can see that on camera, is the cellular, I actually never ended up using it. So I just went for the GPS model this time. Then we have the power button where you would insert the straps. And then now we only get a single grill instead of the two-part grill that you see right over here. Yeah, let me know what you think of this color because I'm honestly not too sure. It's got this blue tinge to it, which I was a little bit worried about, and I knew it was going to have the blue tinge to it, but I do like my... Oh, let's not change the language. So let's get this paired up and see what it's like. So the Apple Watch is just setting up, but as you can see, this black band is more grey. I kind of like it, but it's definitely not what I thought it would be. I don't know. No, it definitely doesn't match the watch. It sort of looks a bit weird with this midnight casing. But yeah, let me know what you think because I definitely do have, as you can see, the Nike Sport Band space black stainless steel pin. So it's definitely the right one. But the pictures made it look more black. This is definitely a grey strap for sure. So let's walk through some of the specs. So it's actually got the same processor as last year's Apple Watch. So in terms of speed, there's no speed improvements. There's no battery improvements except for the faster charging thanks to the new USB-C port, but it doesn't come with the charger and you need to make sure that you've got a 20-watt charger to make full use of that new new cable. There's no new sensors, there's no glucose monitoring or anything like that. Now you can get this in 5 different colors, but basically the silver and the space gray models are all gone. So there's no more neutral colors. You have to actually step up to the more expensive stainless steel options to get that. So the model I have here is the 45mm, and yeah, I can definitely tell it's a bigger screen. That is definitely, you can tell. That is 100% for sure. I think I need to actually switch these around. But anyway, there you go. I switched the band around because that slightly annoyed me. But basically, the main differences between this one and last year's one is the bigger screen, the tougher glass on the front. It's also been tested for dust resistance now as well. And it's water resistant up to 50 meters, I believe. And the last thing, like I said, is the faster charger. So everything else is identical. The processor, the brightness, except for actually the brightness is about 30% brighter when it's in always on display mode. So the peak brightness is the same at 1000 nits, but when it's off angle and obviously it's on that always on display, it's 30% brighter. So I don't know if I'm going to notice that or not. So it's all paired up and I've synced them to be almost exactly the same. So we've got the same faces, because let's be honest, you're probably not going to use the new Apple Watch faces. You're going to use the ones that you prefer, right? At first glance, just to my eye, yes, you can tell that this one's bigger. Now that was the thing that I was worried about, was that with the face watch that I use, there's normally a lot of room around the side. So I thought, well, is the bigger screen actually, you know, are you actually going to be able to tell the difference? And yes, you definitely can tell the difference. If I just go into the same menus, you can tell that the spacing is actually the same. So if you have a look where all the icons are, they're identical. The only thing that is different is actually the icons are a bit larger. So you're not actually making more sort of space, making more use of the space with the new Apple Watch. All they've done is just made the icons larger. I hope that it's coming off on camera. But yeah, and in terms of brightness, both of them to my eye look identical. Yeah, so the only thing really is when you're actually, let's say, going into the menus and stuff like this, both feel identical. Is it going to make a big difference when you're using it every day? Probably, because the icons are a bit larger and easier to read. So for me, yeah, it would make a slight difference to my day-to-day. The thing that I would like to see is whether the messages will be better or not. Okay, so I've got the Series 4 on this side and the Series 7 on this side, and we've got the emails open just to see if we're seeing any more text, if it's easier to read. So this is just from Morning Brew. I like to just check on what's going on, and we're kind of, are we seeing any differences? Unfortunately not. So when it comes to mail, we are not seeing any differences whatsoever. So mail has not been optimized for the bigger real estate. So I would have thought we would have seen a little bit extra room, but all that it does is it just enlarges it. So I don't know if you can see that, but it's just a little bit bigger on the Series 7 compared to the Series 4. Now, if we have a look at text messages, we do see a bit of a difference. So this is definitely more optimized. So we're seeing a little bit, probably about 2 or 3 lines extra on the Series 7 compared to the Series 4. But would I say it's game changing? Probably not. Is there a little bit more optimization that Apple could do with the Series 7 to optimize that space a bit better? Yes, I think so. For email, we're not seeing too much difference. Now, I also want to try out the keyboard because this is new on Series 7. Because of the bigger screen, we can actually use a QWERTY keyboard. So I'm just going to try to type. This is Mike. No, hold on. So this is Mike and I enjoy tech and keyboards. I mean, it's the predictive text isn't too bad. Oh, for some reason you can't scroll on your text. That's really weird. So I can't scroll on my text, which seems a bit weird considering that this is a bigger screen. Yeah, I don't know if I will ever. Oh god, keyboardist, no. Yeah, I don't think this is something that I'm going to use. Let's just try again with the swiping. So let's try swipe. So this is Mike and hello. Oh god, I love tech. There you go, and stuff. Okay, so the swiping and the keyboard does work, but to be honest, you should definitely use this for sure. The voice activation, because it's just so much easier. As you can see, it's so quick and it pretty much gets me every time. This is going to be the fastest way to send a message. So that's my unboxing and raw opinions and first impressions of the Apple Watch Series 7. Now I will be doing a full review of this Apple Watch and seeing what it's like using it day to day, whether the bigger screen, the quicker battery charging actually makes a difference to how I use the Apple Watch compared to my old Apple Watch, and whether it's actually worth replacing it. So if you want to check out my full review on the Apple Watch, please make sure to hit that subscribe button and notification bell so you get notified. I'm definitely going to be putting this watch through its paces, so leave some comments down below for me to test out and try out so that I can obviously include it in the full review. But anyway, make sure to click on one of these two videos so you can continue watching my amazing videos. Anyway, look after yourselves and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.